You know how Tom Brady is Tom Brady because, I mean, he's the GOAT, but he also was coached really, really well. In this episode, we're going to talk all about coaches, why you probably need one, and how you can find one. All right, so let's get into it. Hey, I'm Denanyoh, and finally, I found a career coach. Okay, I got notes, I got comments. I've been looking for 3 years. So let's get into the first thing you have to do. You gotta know what a career coach is, okay? So a career coach is someone who has earned a certification in coaching. They typically have to work for a certain number of hours with students. They are comfortable with seeing similar type of stories or situations, and they offer advice. A career coach is not a therapist. Now, they can talk to you about things that might be going on. A lot of times when you need coaching, you might have some mindset or mental health issues going on, but that is not what a career coach is for, okay? So if you're like, I could use some help, I don't believe in therapy or whatever, you don't gotta worry about that, because a career coach is not your therapist, okay? They will only delve into the personal issues as it relates to your career or your business, all right? The second thing you have to do when you're looking for a career coach is determine your commitment, okay? Are you casually trying to get help? Or do you feel like you are severely underpaid and you can make about $30,000 more? That's a really big jump, but you have to determine your commitment, because if you are kind of looking for help, maybe kind of want to just see what you can do first, you're not going to go into it with the enthusiasm and the open mind that you need to probably be as successful as you could be. Because there are a ton of career workshops that you could attend that coaches host. It'll be a lot less, typically it'll be a group setting. So you'll get some interaction, some coaching, but it will not be a full-on session that you would receive if you had a one-on-one coaching. I say that because that rolls into the money, okay? Career coaches are typically not inexpensive. I won't say that you get what you pay for with a career coach, but I will say your level of commitment typically is governed by how much money you pay. If you pay a career coach $3,000 for 6 weeks of work, depending on what $3,000 means to you, I don't know. But if you pay $3,000 for 6 weeks of sessions, that to me is a very heavy investment, which means that, back to number 2, your commitment is really strong. You are really looking for someone to come in here, shake things up, and get you on the path that you're supposed to be in, okay? Also, different people need different things. And so different coaches charge different rates, right? If you've been a career coach for multiple years, you have a lot of different clients, you may not need to charge $3,000, or that might just be the going rate for the type of coach that you need. So the pricing is really important, but I can't really say too much on that because it depends on your budget. The fourth thing, and I mentioned earlier a little bit about therapy. Some people are still kind of iffy about therapy and whether or not it's beneficial, and do they trust telling a stranger all of their secrets. But I bet if you talk to one of your friends, they would tell you that they've worked with a career coach or a confidence coach or a different kind of coach. I mean, I guess unless you're like 18 years old or like you just got out of college, then you probably wouldn't need one, but you probably talked to a career counselor like towards a junior or senior year, or when you were in college, right? Your academic advisor, hello. That is a career coach type. So the fifth thing on the list of things you absolutely need to do if you're going to get a career coach, decide what kind, okay? I didn't start here because if you don't have the prior 4 things, if you haven't talked to somebody about it, if you can't afford it, if you're not really committed to it, the type of coach does not matter, okay? So that's why I saved this for last. Now, I talked to an energy coach. I've talked to happiness coaches. There was an executive coach that I talked to. There'll be coaches that work with lawyers. There'll be coaches that work with doctors who are transitioning. Career pivot coaches. There's confidence coaches. When I decided that I was ready to blow up my podcast, I met with a podcast coach. And let me tell you, this coach got me together, okay? So 6-week commitment, $3,000, I was ready, and from out of that coaching session, I have now created the Skip the Boring Stuff podcast launch, where I am launching podcasts for businesses or content creators who want to create a podcast and don't have time for everything else. They want to record, they want to give it to me, and they want to let me run with it. I'm creating your RSS feed, I'm uploading it, I'm working on cover art, I'm working on all the stuff, okay? So if you own a business or are a content creator and are interested in launching a podcast, contact me at KYLA'S.com So you don't have a problem with commitment. I can tell. Look at how far you've watched this video, all right? If you're enjoying the content, consider subscribing to the channel so you can get more content from me. See you later.